what is your favorite dinosaur?
What is my favorite dinosaur? Man, we have a new one that's pretty cool. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but
that could be a little spoiler.
Pretty badass. No, well, they I think Jack Horner said something about that too. But yeah, no, there's, I feel like obviously everyone's favorite is the T-Rex, and there's just something so iconic about that animal, and I get to see dinosaurs through my son's eyes. I have a 4-year-old kid right now, and what's amazing about him is that unlike adults, he genuinely believes that he could get eaten by a dinosaur if he goes the wrong way in the forest, and I don't have that anymore. I think that's one of the things that was great about Jaws, is that that fear is real, because you could go out and get eaten by a shark tomorrow if you make the wrong choice, and you're not going to get eaten by a T-Rex. But in looking at them, I'm probably going to stumble in speaking because I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't say. But, as we put this thing together, we take all of those things into consideration. And we're thinking about each of these dinosaurs as characters, and not just in the context of this particular story, but in the context of history and movie history, and the way that all people who love dinosaurs think about them. And so, that comes into the conversation a lot. And as I was saying before, I think my favorite thing that I have done or really get to do is sit down and go through the final designs for what each of these dinosaurs are going to look like, and exactly how we're going to render them, and it gets pretty exciting for someone who cares about this kind of stuff. I know I'm in the company of those who do, so I don't feel like a nerd for saying it.
You're talking to the right people, Colin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an awesome story what you said about your kid, because I was 8 when Jurassic Park came out, and I had all the toys, and I went to the cinema, and I had that experience like, Jesus, these dinosaurs are real, I got scared going to the toilet, after the old Gennaro incident. And my daughter's 3.5 now, and she's playing with my original Jurassic Park toys that I had back then. I kept them in my attic for nearly 20 years, and now she plays with them. So, I get to have that experience with her now at 4 years old, seeing her play with the same toys and taking her to a new Jurassic Park film.
It's the best, man. Whenever if I have a friend who hasn't had a kid yet, and they're asking me, should I do this? Usually my go-to is, I'll show them a picture I have of my son who had the brilliant idea of having Chewbacca ride a T-Rex. And he goes around the living room with Chewbacca, riding this T-Rex, and it's just the coolest thing I've ever seen. And that kind of stuff, it just makes it all worth it, I think.